The city stood still as two forces of nature prepared to collide. No one remembered who struck first, only that the world would never be the same again. When the earth trembles and the sky breaks open, true power answers the call. The city stood still as two forces of nature prepared to collide. No one remembered who struck first, only that the world would never be the same again. When the earth trembles and the sky breaks open, true power answers the call.
In a world built by men, two beasts claimed it with their fists.
Power alone couldn't define them Derdites, but how they used it would. Some battles aren't about winning. They're about surviving each other.
In the ashes of collapse, their true might began to rise. Anger burned hotter than the flames leaves, and neither would back down.
In the storm of smoke and fury, even giants could vanish. High above the city, their fury painted the sky with sparks.
The storm didn't fall on them at night. It rose because of them.
The city's heart trembled, but the battle only roared louder.
When titans clash, even rivers forget to flow.
In their reflection, the city saw both destruction and courage.
The roar of New York wasn't fear. It was the echo of legends being born.
When fury takes form, even thunder dares to stay silent.
They tore through steel and sky, as if the world itself were too small.
Even underground, their fury shook the heart of the city.
From the ashes they rose crumbed, not as monsters, but as legends forged in fire.
When giants rose above the skyline, heaven itself held its breath. Even broken reflections remembered the fury of gods.
They turned the rooftops into battlefields and the city into their arena.
Manhattan watched as two storms prepared to become one.
They didn't just fight under the storm. They became part of it. Gyre met steel, but neither could melt the will to fight.
Even in their fall, they refused to surrender, because legends never yield.
From ruin, they rose again, Thea. Proof that even destruction can't silence destiny.
Every strike lit the streets, a war painted in lightning and flame.
Above the flames, two forces stood unbroken, kings of a burning world. Every thunderclap became their song train, a symphony written in power. Some power sleeps within, until the storm demands its awakening. Wrath became his armor, and thunder answered his call. When titans meet, their hearts become the rhythm of the world.
They were no longer mere beasts, cover meat. They were forces written into the storm itself.
True storms don't come from the sky. They awaken from within.
When light met light, the world forgot what darkness was.
The ground itself became their drum, and every strike their symphony. They no longer fought for dominance. They fought to prove who destiny would remember. Power doesn't scream. It echoes through every heartbeat that refused to fall.
Between fire and lightning, legends find the truth of who they are.
In the eye of the storm, there is no rage, only the truth that power remembers.
When heaven cracked, the world saw what true creation and destruction looked like.
Each heartbeat was a drum of fate, more, and the city listened in silence. When two storms meet, the world can only bow and watch them become one.
When the light faded, the storm didn't end. It simply learned to breathe again. After the storm, there comes silence, Cray, and within it, the choice to fight once more.
When gods wage war, the world becomes their battlefield. Power breaks everything, except the will to rise again. Rage has no master, only purpose carved in fire and thunder. When the sky breaks, even the stars must bow to the storm. Even the earth remembered where giants once fell.
The storm was no longer above them, Mulet. It lived inside their hearts. Their roars were not of rage, Yak, but of gods, remembering they were once men.
Every storm has a heart, and theirs was about to collide.
When destiny collided, even the sky forgot to thunder.
When silence returned, it did not bring peace, only the echo of what once was.
In the end, there were no winners, only those strong. Even in ruin, the dawn remembered to rise.
The storm had ended, but life, fragile and fierce, still chose to remain. The city didn't remember who won, only that it had witnessed gods walk among them.
Even giants know when to stop fighting and start remembering.
Some battles are not won by strength, but by the courage to walk away.
The heartbeat of the city returned Hud, not of machines, but of souls who refused to fall. Even the ocean bowed to their silence as legends drifted into memory. In the end, they left no crown, only a monument to remind mankind that even gods can choose peace.
Even monsters can leave footprints that grow flowers behind them.
Legends do not vanish. They echo, quietly, in every sunrise. The world forgets faces, but never the shadows of those who stood to protect it.
In every end.
And so, the storm finally slept, its echoes carried by the tide. From the ashes rose not fear, but light, strong enough to guide the next dawn. They became more than legends. They became the memory of what power truly means.
Every storm ends, but its story lives forever.